Your phone buzzes. It's her. For half a second, the old flicker returns from when her name changed your afternoon. Then you read it. Can you grab milk on the way home? And the flicker dims. Somewhere along the way, your messages stopped being moments. They became logistics. Here's the thought you've never said out loud. When did we stop talking like this? Does she even look forward to my texts anymore? Or does she just answer them? Here's what nobody tells you. The distance didn't start when she stopped texting first. It started when your text stopped saying anything. You didn't fall out of love. You fell out of presence. And that man is fixable. Tonight. And no, you're not failing. Every man who has loved a woman has stared at an empty text box. That's not a sign you chose wrong. It's a sign you care. Here's the promise. You'll leave with 7 types of texts, words you can send tonight, that hit her on a level most guys don't know exists. Let's get into it. Before one message, reset what a text is. Most couples believe a text is communication, words carrying information. But the real truth is, a text is a moment of being chosen. Her nervous system reads your message before her mind finishes the first word, scanning for one thing. Am I on his mind when I'm not in front of him? Here's the part nobody explains. Every relationship runs on bids, tiny gestures of connection. When a bid comes back 1 word long, her brain doesn't log, he's busy. It logs, I reached out and no one was there. Do that enough, and she stops reaching, not from stopping to care, but because silence became her protection. Think of her nervous system like a smoke detector. It can't tell a distant text from real distance, so it alarms anyway. This isn't about being clever, it's one quiet signal. You are safe with me, you are seen by me, you matter to me. Point 1 is the I just remembered text, the most underrated message in modern romance. Most guys text to ask, confirm, or report. Where are you? What's for dinner? And here's what most couples miss. She can feel the difference between a message that needs something and one that just wants her. She feels it in her body. A "what do you need" text makes her a task on your list. And "I just remembered" text makes her someone who lives in your mind. One asks her to produce, the other to feel. Disconnecting. What do you want for dinner tonight? Connecting. I just remembered that Thai place where you ordered the spicy thing and it arrived on fire. Laughed at my desk. You owe me a rematch. She rereads it 3 times. In the middle of your day, she was on your mind. Not a chore, a memory. Her brain quietly registers, he was just sitting there, and he thought of me. When you do that, being with you stops feeling like coordination and starts feeling like belonging. Point 2 is the I noticed text. This is where it gets interesting. Most men believe compliments are about looks, so they text, "You're hot." But she has received a lifetime of comments about how she looks. What she almost never hears is that someone noticed who she is. That's the gap most couples never figure out. Observation is the language of safety. When you notice a small detail, her new coffee order, the earring she wears on hard days, your text says, "I see you." Not the version for everyone, the version for me. Disconnecting. You're so beautiful. Connecting. You always wear those little hoop earrings on scary meeting days. You got this today. One is a filter she's heard 1,000 times. The other is proof you pay attention. What moves through her, he sees me, actually sees me. That's the shift that turns a text she likes into a text she saves. The compliment she keeps is never about her body. It's about being known. Point 3 is the no pressure text, the one most couples never figure out. When a woman goes quiet, most guys double text, "You there." It comes from love, but it lands as pressure. Pursuit says, "You owe me a response." This is the anxious avoidance cycle in your pocket. She pulls back, you push forward. Neither of you is wrong, just scared, wanting the same thing in opposite directions. The text that breaks the loop hands her room to breathe. Disconnecting. You there? Hello? Is everything okay? Connecting. Hey, no pressure at all. But I found a spot that does that ramen you like. Thinking Saturday if you're free? Reply whenever. One demands an answer. The other offers an invitation. Her nervous system reads, he's not suffocating me. He's just here. And nothing makes a woman turn toward you more than the safety of not being chased. When she feels free to choose you, man, she keeps choosing you. Every day. Point 4 is the name the thing text. But here's what changes everything. Appreciation dies in generalities. Most guys think "I appreciate you" is enough. It's kind, but it's the same sentence every other guy has used, a label without a picture. Most couples make this mistake daily. "Thanks, babe," they call it gratitude. Here's the deeper truth. Women carry invisible labor, the mental load of a shared life, the packing, the planning, the remembering. A text that names something specific tells her nervous system, someone sees the load I carry. Not grand gestures or essays or a list of everything she's ever done. One specific thing, named, and a few honest lines. Disconnecting. "Thanks, babe." Connecting. "I know you sorted the whole trip. Flights, the Airbnb, my mom's present." That's not small, I noticed. "Thank you." Her brain registers, "I forgot how good it feels to be seen." Not appreciated. Seen. She feels the difference in her chest. This isn't the texting hack. This is what emotionally available men naturally do, the ones whose women never wonder if they're being taken for granted. Point 5 is the shared world text. This is the one that keeps couples from becoming roommates. Most couples text like colleagues, updates, logistics, "How was your day?" "Fine." They forget their private world, nicknames, references, the bit only two people find funny. Drift doesn't happen in one big fight. It happens in 100 small texts that said nothing. Emotional distance isn't a wall. It's scar tissue over 1,000 unremarkable days. Inside jokes are proof of shared history. They tell her nervous system, "We are us." A couple still texting in their own secret language can't become strangers, because home isn't a place anymore. It's a tone of voice. Disconnecting. "How was your day?" Connecting. "The dog at the park did the exact thing you said he would. Your oracle powers are confirmed. Dinner's on you." She smiles at her phone like an idiot, which is the point. That's when turning toward becomes her morning routine. Point 6 is the future us text. Here's the part no one talks about. Most guys text about the past and present. Most couples rarely pull each other into the future. That's a missed signal. Her nervous system is quietly asking, is this going somewhere? Is there a tomorrow with us in it? Future us text answer that without a single grand promise. No pressure, no "I'll love you forever," just a glimpse of a tomorrow with her in it. It's safe for her to invest. Her body relaxes when she feels intention. The future is written down. Disconnecting. "We should plan a trip sometime." Vague, forgettable. Connecting. "Just saw a photo of the coast in Portugal and thought of you on a cliff with a book. We're doing that trip. Start sending me places you want to go." What moves through her? He's building a future. And I'm in it. That's not manipulation. It's the unspoken longing most couples never say. Spoken by a man brave enough to write it. Point 7 is the last thought text. Save the best for last. Most couples end the day with a dead sign-off. Night. It leaves her nothing to hold. But here's what nobody explains. The last text she reads before sleep is the emotional bookmark of her day. She falls asleep inside its tone and wakes inside its weather. So the goodnight text is the cheapest, highest leverage message you own. Not "Good night, babe." Something with specific warmth. Something that makes you the last thought she picks on purpose. Disconnecting. Night. Connecting. Days all feel emptier without you in them, which is weird and true. Sleep well, beautiful, short, honest, warm. She closes her phone. Her last feeling is chosen. She carries that tone into tomorrow. When you do that consistently, the walls between you don't just lower, they dissolve, one good night at a time. Here's the thing, man. None of these are tricks. Not more texts, not longer, not perfect. Just honest ones carrying a little more of you. Your attention, your humor, your future, your warmth. That's the whole game. Because she doesn't fall in love with the man who says the right thing. She falls in love with the man whose ordinary moments make her feel extraordinary. You can be that man, starting tonight. One text, your thumbs and a heartbeat. These aren't tips for a better relationship. They're the beginning of becoming the kind of partner you always wanted someone to be for you. Love isn't what you fall into. It's what you build, one message at a time, on purpose.